But we as a continent must now define ourselves. In the news, Akeredolu won't engage in media war with Lawan, says aide. Across Africa, Egypt boat accident, at least 5 killed. And on the international scene, El Capo's wife, Emma Coronel Ispuro, arrested in U.S. over drug trafficking. In business, NCC highlights telecom sector's 12.45% boost to GDP to take Nigeria out of recession. In sports, Osimhen discharged to undergo further tests. Details shortly. Hello and thanks for joining us on your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. I'm Musaze Isesele and you're watching TOS News 360. Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu has said he will not react to the statement credited to the Senate President Ahmed Lawan on the issue of insecurity in the country, noting that he is not interested in engaging any person or group of persons in media war on the issue, especially the ones that concern the Southwest. The governor stated this through his special assistant on new media, Olabode Olatunde. He said, and I quote, "At the risk of being repetitive, the Governor Akeredolu-led Southwest governors will not go into the arena of media conflict with crisis entrepreneurs and divisionists." Again, the Israeli Embassy in Nigeria, in collaboration with Skill G Nigeria Limited in Abuja this Tuesday, has donated yet another equipped e-learning center to Brand Life Vision Foundation. The charge d'affaires of the Embassy of the State of Israel in Nigeria, Kreman Yotam, notes that it is imperative to contribute to the development of human and national growth, noting that the donation is aimed at providing functional computer services for individuals with no access to technology in their communities. TOS TV network correspondent Rose Aldu has the story.
Commissioning the e-learning center, chargé the affairs of the Embassy of Israel in Nigeria, Kreman Yotan, said the project is designed and initiated solely to uplift the Nigerian child, especially the orphans and the less privileged, equipping them with tools to enable them compete favorably with children in developed world.
We are putting a great emphasis on the education and on innovation. And to bring those two together is to create a place where children can learn. We are very proud of the wonderful work that the Brand Life Vision Foundation is doing with the children. And we've cooperated with them in the past to help orphans and to help children with the needs that they had. And we thought it's a perfect opportunity to bring this together with the concept of innovation, build a computer classroom where training can happen, where children can learn, where they can develop, where they can enhance their own skills for their own future and build their own future using this facility.
Speaking with TOS TV network crew and other media personnel, Hajir Bintu Sidi lauded the Embassy of Israel for their relentless efforts at improving the livelihood of the Nigerian people, especially the Nigerian child, noting that the e-learning center will be put to maximum use to ensure the children are adequately trained to face the digital world.
Government are doing their best, but they can't do all. That's why the importance of the foundation to come in and key in with the embassies to assist, to help the youths, because if you look at the whole problem and challenges we have in Nigeria is a lack of job opportunity. Our youths are there, they will graduate from the university, there's no job, and instead of them to learn a skill acquisition that they can live on their own, but they do. So that was why it's good. All the foundations should partner with Israel Embassy because they are doing a lot.
Also speaking in an interview with TOS TV network, Professor Nuhu Abubakar lauded the Embassy of Israel in Nigeria and called on diplomats, stakeholders, and well-meaning Nigerians to take cue from the Embassy of Israel and work to empower the Nigerian child.
We have schools that are destroyed. Over 1,000 schools have been destroyed, secondary schools. We have states like Borno that basically their school infrastructure are just in the capital of the state. So there are so many things that we can be able to do. First and foremost, we have to see how we can innovate. The governments of the Northeast have come together to establish what we call the Northeast Development Commission Education Endowment Fund. That fund is established to focus to see how they can train teachers, how they can be able to prioritize some key.
With this donation to Brand Life Vision Foundation in Abuja, it brings the total number of such projects powered by the Marshal of Israel's aid agency, the Israeli Embassy in Nigeria, and SkillG Nigeria Limited to 3 since December 2020 to February 2021. Brand Life Foundation Vision has community engagement, social development, grassroots research, peace building, and capacity building as its core mandates. Rose Audu, reporting for TOS TV Network, Abuja.
This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching TOS News 360. Up next is developments across Africa after the break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. A boat had capsized on Monday in a lake near Egypt's Mediterranean city of Alexandria, leaving at least 5 people dead, including 3 children, an official and state media said. Alexandria's Governor Mohammed El Sharif said in comments at the shore of the Lake of Marit that 3 other people were rescued and taken to a hospital. According to him, what reached the government hospitals were 3 bodies, and another 2 bodies arrived at private hospitals. The number of those missing has not been specified. Now across Africa, Rwanda Hutu rebels on Tuesday denied accusations that they were behind the murder of the Italian ambassador to the Democratic Republic of Congo and instead blamed the armies of the DRC and Rwanda, while more details have emerged about the attack. Luca Atanasio, 43, died on Monday after a World Food Programme convoy was ambushed in a dangerous area in eastern DRC. The envoy's Italian bodyguard, Vittorio Lacovasci, and an unidentified Congolese driver also died during the on-the-spot visit. A special plane carrying a consignment of Ebola vaccines has landed in Guinea, which will allow a vaccination campaign to begin in the country. A dust storm in the Sahara had forced the aircraft off course on Sunday when it was diverted to Senegal. 5 people have recently died in Guinea from Ebola, the first cases in the region for 5 years. Between 2013 and 2016, more than 11,000 people died in the West African Ebola epidemic, which began in Guinea. This is your digital first Pan-African network, TOS Television. We are watching TOS News 360. Up next is stories from the international scene after the break. Welcome back. On the international scene, the wife of jailed Mexican drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman has been arrested in the U.S. on suspicion of drug trafficking. Emma Coronel Ispero, 31, was detained at Dulles International Airport outside Washington, D.C. She is charged with participating in a conspiracy to distribute cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, and marijuana. Guzman is currently serving a life sentence in New York for drug trafficking and money laundering. Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has arrived in Sri Lanka for a 2-day visit where he will meet Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa for talks focusing on increasing trade and investment, Pakistan's Foreign Office said. Khan arrived in the Sri Lankan capital Colombo on Tuesday for his first visit to the island nation since taking office as Pakistani Prime Minister in 2018. Sri Lankan Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa received him at the airport. The Pakistani Prime Minister, will also lead the delegation-level talks covering all areas of cooperation between the two countries, including trade and investment, health and education, agriculture and science and technology, defense and security, and culture, as well as tourism. This is your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television. You are watching TOS News 360. Up next is business and sports. Welcome back. You are still watching TOS News 360, your digital first Pan-African News Network. Now let's go to business. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has stated that the telecommunications sector is one of the sectors whose performance took the country out of recession in the fourth quarter of 2020 with a contribution of 12.45% to the gross domestic product, GDP. According to the press statement signed by Dr. Ikechukwu Adinde, Director of Public Affairs, Telecommunications and Information Services, under information and communication grew by 17.64% in quarter 4 2020 from 17.36% in quarter 3 2020 and 10.26% in quarter 4 2019. Now in sports, the Super Eagles striker Victor has left the hospital in Bergamo and returned to Naplicin Monday evening. It was gathered that Osimhen was discharged from the hospital yesterday after suffering a head injury in the closing stages of Napoli's 4-2 loss at Atlanta. The Nigerian international was taken to a hospital in Bergamo where he underwent a test. However, the test yielded an inconclusive result and Osimhen spent the night in the hospital. And that is TOS News 360 on your digital first Pan-African network. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Do follow and like TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I'm Musa Zeh Isesele. Thank you for watching.
But we as a continent are now